Hey everyone, today we're talking about something that used to drive me crazy every time I went out hunting at dusk or dawn. You know that moment when you spot movement in the brush but can't tell if it's just a branch swaying or an animal you've been tracking for hours? That split second of doubt can make or break your shot. It's a feeling that's hard to describe, but it's a mix of excitement, anticipation, and a dash of uncertainty all rolled into one. Well, I found a tool that finally puts an end to that frustration. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The SIG SAUER Echo MV50-LRF is a thermal monocular with a built-in laser rangefinder that changed how I approach early morning and late evening hunts. Before this, I was either squinting through binoculars trying to guess distances or carrying multiple devices that never quite synced up. You know how it is, you've got your binoculars for spotting, your rangefinder for measuring distance, and maybe even a separate thermal imaging device if you're lucky. But let's be real, that's just too much gear to juggle, especially when you're trying to be stealthy and get the drop on your prey. This thing combines thermal imaging with rangefinding in one unit, which means I can spot game at crazy distances and know exactly how far away it is without fumbling with extra gadgets. One of the features that surprised me the most is how quickly it locks onto targets. I've used other thermal devices that take forever to stabilize, but this one gives me a clear image almost instantly. That ultra-fast scan is a game changer when you're trying to make a quick decision. I remember last fall when I was tracking a buck that kept moving just out of sight. With this monocular, I could see him clearly through the trees and get an accurate distance reading in seconds, which made all the difference when I finally took the shot. It's not just about getting a clear image, though, it's about being able to react quickly and make the most of your opportunity. And let me tell you, there's no worse feeling than watching your prey slip away because you were too slow to get a bead on it. The built-in laser rangefinder works seamlessly with the thermal imaging. I can range a target while still seeing the heat signature, which helps me make more ethical shots. There's nothing worse than guessing a distance and wounding an animal. This thing gives me confidence that I'm making the right call. Plus, the 1,000-yard capability means I can range distant ridges or landmarks to help me navigate the terrain better. I've used it to range trees, rocks, and even old fence posts, anything that can give me a better sense of the lay of the land and help me get closer to my quarry. I also love that it captures photos and videos. I've recorded some amazing footage of wildlife that I never would have gotten with just a regular camera. The app control is super handy too. I can adjust settings, review footage, or even change the color palette right from my phone. It's like having a whole thermal lab in my pocket. I've used it to take some incredible photos of deer, coyotes, and even the occasional bobcat. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like seeing a wild animal up close and personal. It's a real thrill. The build quality is seriously impressive. It's IP67 waterproof, so I don't have to baby it when the weather turns. I've used it in light rain and even dropped it once, don't ask, and it's still going strong. The battery life is another standout. I can get a full day's hunt on a single charge, which is more than enough for my needs. I've used it on long hikes, in the pouring rain, and even in freezing temperatures, and it's never let me down. It's a rugged, dependable piece of gear that's designed to withstand the rough and tumble world of hunting. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, is this thing worth the investment? And my answer is, absolutely. The combination of thermal imaging and rangefinding in one device is something I didn't realize I needed until I tried it. It's one of those things that, once you have it, you can't imagine going back to the old way of doing things. And let's not forget the convenience factor. With this monocular, I can ditch the extra gear and just carry one device that does it all. It's a real game changer, folks. Of course, it's not perfect. All things considered, if you're serious about hunting or even just wildlife observation, this monocular is worth every penny. The combination of thermal imaging and rangefinding in one device is something that will take your hunting game to the next level. It's a versatile, dependable, and incredibly powerful tool that will help you make the most of your time in the field. So if you're ready to take your hunting to the next level, Be sure to check out the SIG SAUER Echo MV50-LRF. Link is below if you want to check it out for yourself. Happy hunting, everyone!